and he preached to them without a microphone. That means his voice was so amplified. So I want to speak to about 30 people here right now without microphone.
More than 30.
So, me, I'm just saying 30. Okay. This here is a ground where officially the first set of missionaries from CMS that arrived settled. They were being given this land to erect their structure or their tents for residents because the CMS has a culture. They don't sleep, unlike other churches that sleep in the house of the chiefs, where they dictate their purpose and their mission to them. But they don't want that, so they plead to be given this land, and they erect their tents. And in this land, they built or opened the first church here, which was opened in 1843. Though the church has collapsed right now, but we still have the ground preserved as a holy ground because people still come here, pray on that land today, and most of them still come back to share their testimony or prayer answer, which is that ground there, behind there. And there is this culture that people go there, you pull your shoe because there is no pastor to pray for you and lay hand on you. You are going to be your own prophet. You go there and you speak as you want and expect miracle. You know, Jesus Christ said, look, if you pray, believe that your prayer has been answered. You do what? So. Now,
Sir.
The mission house. Okay.
Question, sir, can we pray there?
Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
I said you can go there, pull your shoe.
Please, I want to go and
Not
pray.
now. Like sit down. No,
Okay.
because of you, wait.
Thank you, sir. Oh.
Now, she thought you were going to lock up. No, we have closed, but because of you, wait.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now, they patched some tents here from the beginning to there. From here, we have the laborers dwelling, where the laborers that work on this compound reside. Now, next to it is the schoolmaster's dwelling, because the first Western education started from this compound. And next to the schoolmaster's dwelling is the school itself, which is boarding house. Now, first education started from this very compound here, and the name of the school was known as Nursery of the Infant Church then. But in 1845, the school was made official when they invited a teacher to take up the school, and the name of the teacher is Mr. Claudius Phillips, who later occupied that room. That door is open. Can you see that door open? That was his room then. He taught, admitted 40 adults. You know, they are purely men because the youngest among them was 42 years and the oldest was 57 years, who enrolled in the primary school. And they were taught communication in English language and Christian knowledge with arithmetic later, before they were graduated. Now, that school was later removed from this compound. That's why it's no longer here today. Because you can see that land is very small, right? Having the first student 40, when they have the next set, how do you think it will be? So the school was later taken out of this compound to somewhere in Badagry today, which is located in Market Street, Market Road, Badagry, behind Mobi Filling Station. And the school was then renamed St. Thomas Primary School. And today it is the first primary school in Nigeria.
Wow.
Are we following?
Yes, sir.
Now, they have two structures here, which are the carpentry workshop and shed. There's three structures. So where that one is standing, that white building is standing. There are three structures there. The first one to the gate is widow shelter, and the other one to the other fence here is also a widow shelter. Then the one in the middle is the interpreter's Willoughby, Reverend and Mrs. Kuti died before this building was completed. Now, when they arrived, they were on a mission to Yoruba mission called Yoruba Christian Mission to Abeokuta. But they couldn't access Abeokuta. That was why they set all their tents here and have all those structures I mentioned. With a building like this, which were constructed in a wooden form here. Now, every other structure here were built in Sierra Leone and were shipped down in that form and were erected here. So they completed the erection in March 1843. But Reverend Goldman, who was in charge of construction, said to himself that they will be needing a permanent structure, a local house that will stand the test of time, that will show that they were here. Because a church has been started here where the missionaries, that is the priests, will reside for a longer time. And they embarked on the construction of this building which started in December 28, 1842, and was completed June 5th, 1845. Which means this small building has been standing for just 3 years, 179 years. By June this year, it will have clocked 180 years.
Wow.
I have put 179 years.
Now, the great thing is, there was a kitchen here then, serving every structure in this compound. But this building has 6 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, and 4 stores. And this same kitchen serves the building. But the compound has no toilet and bathroom. Fortunately, it's a thing of the world, because every building, as at that time, has no toilet and bathroom worldwide. Because an average man, except those who are in the riverine area that went swimming, others has the opportunity of taking their baths once or twice in a year.
Really so.
They'll be smelling that. That is why the invention of perfume. Instead of using body spray, different perfume. That was why they invented perfume. Yet, if you go to my village some years ago, you realize that before you get after my house, before you get to the next house, you have to take like 10 minutes before the next house, and it is very easy for you to just enter one corner there and do your business, cover it. Nobody knows what happened. Everybody, we are all human beings. We pass through the same thing. Same thing. Even the Bible, you know, when the Bible was telling the children of Israel while they were in the wilderness, that they should go far, they should move far away from the camp to do their business.
So that was the business.
As at then, there was no toilet.
Because
As at then, there was no toilet and bathroom, and it was a worldwide thing.
Are you getting it? Because they do it close to the house, and no matter is getting the other was still more.
It will defy.
That is why, go and do it far. So are you following how the trend is in the world? Now, this building, out of the 6 rooms, we have this ground floor holding the materials which are used for the construction, and we have the iron corrugated sheet, which 80% still occupy the roof of this building. Yes, since 1842 it was brought to Badagry from London. We have a big hinge that is still there, and most of it all, we have this wood that is hanging on the wall. This is for the deck of this building. You know what deck means? Decking. Yes. I think Jama will do this very well, because we still have there 60 people deck. I tell those this room here. Now we'll talk about this room, right? Room of the first teacher. Now the first room here is room of Reverend S.A. Calder, who eventually became the first head of Africa, and also the first black bishop under the Church of England Anglican Communion, as he was made bishop in 1864. But prior to that, he translated several Bible into several languages, rather, which Yoruba was the first in this part. And the Yoruba Bible he completed in that room. The first printed copy of that Yoruba is still there today, which is 178 years Bible still lying there. And we also have there the first known English Bible in Badagry and by extension Nigeria, which today is 182 years. That is still lying in a glass there, together, side by side. And Ajayi Crowther, it will be of quality to be noted that Ajayi Crowther also translated the Efik Bible, the Nupe Bible, and the Igbo Bible. Yes.
That means he speaks all of those languages.
He could speak, write, and translate in over 20 languages of the world.
Wow.
That's
It was such a rare gem that maybe we can never see it is kind.
It doesn't mean you can.
Yeah. Somebody came here sometimes ago and said, those are what we call genius. You know, record shows that an average man can never use 30% of their brain. 30% out of the 100%, you can never use 30%. And those who have used exceptionally more than 30% are called genius, and Ajayi Crowther fall into that category. For you to speak 20 languages, no easy. So we move to the next thing. Christianity started from Badagry, and it started through a man known as Reverend Thomas Bachman from the Methodist Church. And that was on the 24th of September 1842, which makes Christianity 182 years in Nigeria today. And also, the first Christmas in Badagry was celebrated by two churches. The Anglican Church, represented by Reverend Thomas Batfreeman, the Anglican Church, represented by Reverend Henry Townsend, and the Methodist Church, represented by Reverend Thomas Batfreeman. Both under the Agia tree stood. Agia tree stood 10 minutes walking from here. And they stood under the Agia tree that day and proclaimed the gospel of liberty to those who just returned from slavery, over 2,000 of them, and those who were from Badagry, who were called the locals. And both of them chant hymns and psalms under that tree, rejoicing and having hope for a better tomorrow. Which led to the celebration of Christmas today, where we now have family fun here, and of course traveling and having sightseeing today. But that day, it was just about hope for freedom and for a better tomorrow. Now, you see the pictures of those three, of those two, Reverend Thomas Batfreeman, who fortunately was a Nigerian. And that Christmas was celebrated on the 25th of December, 1842, which last Christmas was celebrated for the 182nd time in Badagry. Yes. And then, so the last room, which is the room of the builder, and of course the picture of the builder is also in the middle of the middle room. That is Reverend Goldman. And that last room, the floor of that room are still of the wooden material from 1842, which means those rooms are 182 years. Then there is a chair hanging on the wall in that room, and that chair is the last surviving furniture of the house. The last man standing. It's just 2 years old, 6 years.
6. Okay, that's 600.
But if you want to write the 6 years, just please put 1 and 4 behind it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. That is a 146 years old chair, and it is still hanging there till today. Then we have the picture of how this church looked like when it was constructed, and then the cemetery where most of them died, because the man who built this house lost his wife here in Badagry to malaria, and most of them died, including those who returned from slavery, too died of the same malaria, and they were buried in one place, which is the first cemetery today, just adjacent this place, just some minutes walk away from here, across the road to the other side. And that will now take us to this side here, coming through this staircase. So this well here, let's turn to this well. This well was actually dug in 1842, and today it is nicknamed the Miracle Well. The first part of the miracle is that in this whole environment, there is no clean water.
Wow.
That is because we are close to the river. Yes, and we don't have, and those water are salty too.
Yeah.
But this is not salty and it is white. It's the only white water we have here.
Wow. Are you serious?
Water in this community.
Wow.
But that is not the reason it is named miracle.
Yes.
The reason for the miracle well is that people come here over time and fetch from the well and use it for prayer. Some of them will go to the church with the water and pray, and most of them come back.
They combine miracle to with miracle.
We will record testimony of leukemia being healed, women who were barren conceived, and several things, job opportunities, and what have you. So you take the water and you pray with it and expect your miracles. My name is Gabriel. Yeah, that's why I'm just telling you. With the direction I give you right now, just go in and
explore.
Look around and come down. Okay? Hold on. Yes, some people know. That's why I said we still have 60% of the roof because some wood have been changed, and 80% of the roof because some roofing has been changed. But the wall.
Where's my AK? Where's my AK? Oh, yeah, go and bring it.
Down first. Down. There's a staircase inside.
Don't touch anything.
The deck has changed. The decking. Okay, the staircase.